Hey everybody, Charlie Hunter 2 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, the final cut. As you can see, we are trapped in a Pell latitude compressor trap. It has us kind of stunned here, and we're questioning Ruby. We're going to continue the questioning now. So, are you sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Alright, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
What is radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
He struggles to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasya comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Classy said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
It's pretty weird that you came up with this plan right on the spot. How did you manage to come up with a plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
It was her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone.
You can see it. Her lips, though still white, don't seem to tremble as much anymore. She moves with focus and deliberation.
She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy boys.
Clarcia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise. She lied to you about that, too.
It's, bad that she'd be so calm.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
You think she killed Dudley herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried with lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Alright.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, then why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop.
What do you mean La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Who?
Oh, fucking hell. Me.
Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise.
Yes.
It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein explosion.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals, Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for me?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me, what's my name? If you know that about me, you must know my name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to la puta madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
No one's agent. I don't even know who La Puta Madre is.
Right. Sure. You don't know.
I'm sure I'm supposed to know, but I've lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure la puta madre himself.
A man in a white suit walks through a garden coaxed from soil that had once been covered in asphalt. A city block closed off from the rest of the city by dark buildings. Rows and rows of poppies, most of which have lost their pink bloom, flank his steps. The man looks around, then up at the sky, sighs. Taking out a knife, he crouches at the end of one flower bed. He scores a seapod, very gently. Milky sap begins to ooze out. The pain comes over you again.
What'd you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? Now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
I don't know what happened to them.
Sure you do. I bet they're just outside waiting. I guess I'll take my chances.
Who was in the squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about her. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right?
No idea who these people are, literally.
Oh, it doesn't ring any bells.
Well, this has been a great talk, really. But I think I'm going to hit the road now.
She needs it. You better make your move soon.
We're doing it. 83%. Let's go, Harry.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
I don't know if she should be under arrest. You okay, Kim?
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Come on, 58. Please pass. Pass.
You should know the words to say.
Oh
You've been
my
there
God.
yourself. So why is it not coming to you?
Why am I standing here like an idiot?
Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
She doesn't deserve to die like
A
this.
smirk crosses her face
Oh, God.
as she watches you stand there, mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Oh God.
Fuck.
Get a hold of yourself. He needs your support now, too.
Okay. What do we do now?
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
Well, this is horrible. Take her gun. Tools. Put this one away. Well, crap. I did not want her to do that. Dark water trails into the distance. There is no way out. Way to recover health. Cooking utensils. Porridge with bananas. What is this? Money. Is there anything else? Just the tent.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She was used to camping out.
Look inside.
You see a rolled-up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
Alright, let's carry her over
The
here.
lieutenant nods.
Man. 58%, and we couldn't pass it. Poor girl.
There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines.
Looks like her hand's out. Doesn't look like she's cocooned in there.
Magazines? You should look through them.
Shine your flashlight on the books and magazines.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
The lieutenant peeks in over your shoulder. Sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Materials Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Yeah, I agree. Journal. Interact. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. Seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers.
Architects and engineers.
She had good taste and must have taken what she recorded here seriously.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Let's look at the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
All right. Well, let's start. What kinds of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism.
What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Why is it familiar? Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What'd she write the day Lely died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Man, we almost got that when we failed a logic check. Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why?
Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed.
Yeah, you think, Kim?
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one, he thinks. Don't get emotional.
She killed the merc, then turned the gun on herself. Case closed. So tidy. So she died for nothing?
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. Still, it's a nasty business.
Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
Who is La Puta Madre?
The head of a major Jamrock gang, specializing in drug production and trafficking. A very bad person.
He's not 100% sure you're not indebted to this very, very bad person.
Then who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
No one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet, who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
You're true. Well, return to whirling. Are you La Puta Madre's peon? Determine where the shot came from. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. We gotta level up. Alright, we're gonna check the boardwalk again. Let's go over here. Tab, nothing. Man, that's some horrible business. I feel I made some bad choices there, and I feel just generally sad altogether. That was rough. Let's check the boardwalk while we're here, and then we'll run back to the whirling, which we can't sleep in because we didn't pay in time. Should we leave the light out? Let's leave the light out. Maybe that'll help. I like how he points the light where we have our cursor. This is the boardwalk, right? So we're supposed to look for bullet traces here. But I don't see anything that we can interact with. Is there anything back here? Can we get on the roof? Maybe it's Kuno S. Oh, that would be horrible. No, Kuno said C was with her the whole time. But then Kuno also said that he would die for her, basically. Was she put up to it by Titus? Oh god, that might have happened. Alright, I'm not seeing any traces of gunfire or anything here. But even so, how would she have gotten the shot off? Probably not Kuno S. But if not her, if the shot couldn't have came from the roof because nobody heard it, it must have been one of the Isolas? Or not Isolas, the Islets, they're called. Do you have anything for us?
He's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it.
No, I can have a drink with her, but I'm not trying to do that. Here, get down here. Let's go talk to Gart. Might have some information. Titus definitely should. If he's still there. If he's not still there, we're gonna have to go all the way back here and sleep. I think there's a fast travel. I didn't pay attention. I don't know how to use it.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth.
Oh no.
Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Okay.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. Alright?
Alright.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His
Who's this
fingers
girl?
reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Is that Clashe? No. Kim, what's going on here?
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful.
I don't know who
Willing
that
to
is.
spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
I don't think we met her.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it. Peaceful.
What is this? Rude Hoinklowen? Sounds like the armored figure is weeping. What is this? That's this guy. I didn't even see him over there. He has a large weapon.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
Stop. This is the police. Get between them. That's not gonna work. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Well, we have to intervene. Let's get between them.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backwards.
Pig, fuck!
Is the only word you can make out. I can see you're drunk. One wrong move and I'm taking you out. Easy now, no one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument.
Let's try it.
I'm barely keeping you together here.
72,
This is
72.
it. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around.
Composure. Succeeded. Rhetoric 72.
International
Oh
something.
no.
International law.
Don't say it.
Say it. But now easy now. Easy. Just tell them these men didn't do it.
Talk about the
There's
hangman.
peaceful way out. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Who are you, Cordy?
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
He points at the whirling in rags.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click softly. Click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise Cortiner. He's brothers with the deceased.
Thank God I got the freaking armor stuff.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death by lead.
I know that name. He sways from left to right, inspecting you. Raoul and Ellis Cortiner. Look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Raoul.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
You were foster brothers, I know that. Then you went to the same military academy, the same unit, and the same war.
You don't know shit. Lance Corporal, why don't you?
Turns to the radio officer on his right.
You lost him. Quick, don't let him finish the sentence.
His parents left him in a leaf compactor.
Who? Laylee.
Yeah, when he was small, just an infant.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor, and now these cunts finished the job.
He waves at the gang huddled by the door.
There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories.
It's a mind fuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. Major, permission to.
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
He had blue eyes, didn't he? Your brother?
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man.
He smiles, pulling his face in a strange way.
It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess.
Or I don't know what bitch is like. I just know how to mow down cloths.
Your brother did not deserve to go out like that. I promise I will find his killer.
Find his killer. Cop, his killer stands right there, shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
He stares at you, eyes pink from the alcohol.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
You're all drunk. Where's Clage? %42%. We're going for it. Go. Hey, we did it. Holy crap.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Look through the smoke rising from the barrel.
The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence, slow, like a waterfall in reverse.
Uh-oh. We did a bad thing. Look at Courtner. There's a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backwards. Eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible.
His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Protect Kim.
You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.6 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the thick barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger.
Holy crap.
Absolute destruction. God, you're so frail. Too frail to think further. Time is running out.
Where's Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. In the background, the leader staggers. It's not easy. He has 0.4 seconds to do so. He won't make it. You're on your own.
42. We're gonna fail this.
A low shot rings.
Yep.
You feel a tapping
Oh.
like rain on your chest plate.
Oh, on our
Heavy
chest
drops
plate.
of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shot evenly from plate.
Oh, thank goodness we wore the cuirass.
You got hit. The armor took most of it, but still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping into your lungs.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly without trembling. He aims face pale.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot.
You can do it, Kim.
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Kim, did he hit the rifleman? It looks like he did. I see blood over here.
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Good job, Kim.
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you.
Oh, no.
His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
Geysers.
You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you.
Look him in the eye.
He squeezes the trigger. The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth. But he will do it. He is your end. Here it comes. Death.
We can't evade it. We'll try it. But, I mean, it's 3%. Let it happen? No, always fight. We got healed.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes.
Oof.
Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me. Of course, I get gunned down and die. Kim, I lied about not remembering who I am. I made it up. I remember everything. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always there. Of course, I get gunned down and die.
Yes, keep talking. Stay awake. Look at me.
Lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Let's save Kim.
No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Let me back in the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep.
So I'm not dead?
And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs. And feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
Exactly.
There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a caprice Kinema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Okay, limbic system. Should I call you drama now? Super long episode. I think this is the end, so we'll keep it rolling.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with a fan above his head like a halo, his face covered in bruises. The room, it's clean. What did you say? Sunrise?
Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Okay.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun, it's engraved on it.
It served you well.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
He looked out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now.
He unzips his bomber jacket. Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed, but that's okay.
We completely failed. The room is clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Yes. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the cuirass. I heard it go off. I was looking for a clear line of sight to him.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
There's a pause.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Eugene?
Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out. You said something, I don't know what. And you warned me. I was able to disarm Officer DePaul before she got the jump on me.
Officer DePaul.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
Lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room, and that's what happened. And they're all dead, all three of the contractors?
DePaul was the last to die. Everard had their bodies returned to Connell for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe...
He breathes in the fumes, thinking.
Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
How many casualties on the Union side total?
4. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets.
And that's...
All.
It's not a total shit show, Cam.
Yes, officer. 6 people are dead. It's not a success.
It could have been more.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
Somehow.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Mercurochrome. Isn't that what they took? No. That's adrenochrome. Never mind.
The bruising in your shoulder is negligible. The armor took the brunt of the fire.
Can I walk?
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
I am a psycho-locomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. whatever that is.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
They don't care about me at all.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
I haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
It's not my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Didn't know you could do that.
It's part of a detective's task chain. You can do it too.
Actually, you can. You can even remove a fractured bullet, it seems.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Okay, let's get up. Can we do it?
Easy now.
The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes, an orange hue of pain.
Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over on that thing.
How are you?
My disco days are done. No, they're not. Feel fantastic. Let's rock.
He nods.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
But I don't know either.
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling.
You don't think that's a good idea?
I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Yeah, we should have. Claudia's gone too?
Oh, yes. She left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I asked Mr. Gart. Turns out it was a bad idea not to arrest her. But maybe it was a good deed that will pay off in heaven.
Who would have figured?
Yeah. Volition. Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
That was our job to find out, wasn't it? Honestly, I just don't know. Our circle of suspects is dead and gone. It's not a circle at all. It's a ruin. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Claudia's because I'm La Puta Madre's peon isn't the Maybelle's Kim, the flowers. What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out. The footprints, still a 28% possibility shot came from a distance. There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. The miracle hasn't happened yet. It's not over yet. We have to locate communism. Communism killed him. Distance?
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
What about the hole in the wall?
I don't know. That's been there for years.
Footprints?
Yes. God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable.
Old bunkers?
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Actually, I want to talk about this crime some more before I tell you about what I think about its hardness. Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminium box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
We should check her room. All right, it looks like there's more game. I thought that was going to be the end, so we've got a super long episode. But we're going to end it here and continue on. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.